Congratulations on becoming a citizen member of a City of Hamilton committee. This video will inform you on the committee process and the things you need to know to be an active participant. The Advisory Committee Handbook will be your guide through the process of meetings, whether you're a member of an advisory committee or a subcommittee. Let's start with some basic tools. Parliamentary procedures are the rules of how a committee operates. They ensure a meeting runs smoothly, fairly, and efficiently. The procedures allow each member of the committee to speak. Advisory committees are less formal than a subcommittee or a standing committee, but the general procedures and decorum should still be followed. The Terms of Reference provides the mandate and composition of your committee. The Municipal Conflict of Interest Act provides guidance on pecuniary interests and your role in the business of the committee. Each advisory or subcommittee reports up to a standing committee. They include the General Issues Committee, the Board of Health, Public Works Committee, the Planning Committee, Audit, Finance and Administration Committee, and the Emergency and Community Services Committee. What is the difference between an advisory and subcommittee? Simply put, an advisory committee is facilitated by staff from various departments at the City of Hamilton. While a subcommittee with citizen members is facilitated by a legislative coordinator from the Office of the City Clerk. Meeting procedures. The rules of procedure, as set out in Bylaw 18270, a bylaw to govern the proceedings of Council and committees of Council, shall be observed in all proceedings and apply to all committees. Rules of procedure are intended to help the group conduct its business fairly and efficiently. Rules for a meeting are designed to achieve the following basic meeting principles. Every member has an equal right to every other member. The will of the majority must be carried out, and only one topic will be considered at a time. The role of committee and its members is to provide advice to council. Committee members are not permitted to lobby for special causes on behalf of the city or themselves. The minutes are a permanent record of the proceedings of a meeting. It provides a useful guide for evaluating a committee's work. The minutes inform absent members about what happened in the meeting. It also records decisions and provides a brief description of issues that were discussed. Minutes are not a word-for-word account of what happened. Report preparation for advisory committees. If the advisory committee is making a recommendation that requires the approval of the standing committee, then a citizen committee report is prepared for the standing committee's consideration. The respective legislative coordinator and the staff liaison to the committee can assist in the preparation of the report. Advisory and subcommittees can create working groups or task forces to assist in the research or review of a given item, which reports its findings back to the committee. A working group is normally comprised of committee members. However, when required, Volunteers may be called upon for their expertise to assist a working group. Working groups operate by consensus, and formal motions are not required. Administrative support shall not be available to working groups, and consequently, the preparation of agendas, minutes, and meeting requirements shall be the responsibility of the working group if required. Support staff shall not be required to attend working group meetings. Roles. The role of the chair is to establish your guidelines or rules of order, maintain decorum within the group, follow the agenda, and manage the discussion. Some helpful tips to consider at your meetings would include knowing your group. Find out what your members' skills are and what they're capable of. Make sure everyone understands their roles and responsibilities. Try to be helpful to your members when they get started by involving and motivating them. Make sure they understand budgetary constraints and timelines. The role of the secretary for an advisory committee is to provide relevant information, ideas, and opinions as a participant in the meeting. The secretary records resolutions, decisions, and other proceedings without note or comments as stated in the Municipal Act. Their role includes keeping an accurate set of minutes, up-to-date membership and contact list, distributing the minutes to members, and letting them know when the upcoming meetings are. They are also responsible for helping the chair prepare the agenda. The staff liaison for advisory committees works with the committee and provides technical advice from the host department for the preparation of reports and correspondence. They have to submit the committee's reports to the appropriate director prior to finalization for review. The staff liaison will engage with city staff for advice and information required by the committee, which includes procedural advice from the legislative coordinator in the office of the city clerk. The liaison will arrange to print agendas, minutes, reference materials, and distribute them to members. They are responsible for booking a meeting room. They coordinate a review of the committee's terms of reference and mandate, prepare the roles and responsibilities and expectations of new members prior to the end of the committee's term. The staff liaison also arranges any required parking passes, submits any resignation forms to the legislative coordinator for inclusion in the appropriate standing committee agenda, and manages the budgetary requirements of the committee. The legislative coordinator facilitates the work of the subcommittees by scheduling meetings, preparing agendas, keeping a current list of members, and posting documentation to the city's website. Legislative coordinators also provide advice to the staff liaisons of advisory committees. The Hamilton Advisory Committee Code of Conduct. Council has adopted the Hamilton Advisory Committee Code of Conduct. The goal is for committees to operate with integrity, transparency, and courtesy. It is recognized that the Code of Conduct cannot anticipate all possible situations in which appointees may be called upon to exercise judgment as to the appropriate standard of conduct. When this occurs, appointees are to ensure that their decisions maintain the advisory committee or task force's integrity, transparency, and courtesy. This code of conduct does not apply to members of council who are subject to their own council code of conduct. If a committee member fails to comply with the code of conduct, it may result in requesting an apology from the appointee or removing the appointee from the advisory committee or task force for a portion of or all of the term. The expectation is that appointees will act honestly and with integrity. Appointees are not allowed to accept gifts being offered to them that appear to be offered because they are an appointee. They are also not allowed to reveal confidential information to the public. Appointees are expected to attend all meetings of their committee. If an appointee misses more than 3 meetings during their term, the chair, after hearing and considering any explanation provided by the appointee, may remove them from the committee for the remainder of their term. That said, we do realize that on occasion a person's circumstances may change. If for any reason you are unable to continue to participate as an active member of the committee you have been appointed to, it is very important that you resign formally in writing by providing a completed and signed copy of the committee member resignation form to the city clerk's office, stating which committee you are resigning from and the general reasons why. This will allow the committee to adjust its membership accordingly in order to remain effective in achieving the goals of its mandate. Appointees may refer media or members of the public who seek information to the chair. We hope that this video has been informative. Any questions or concerns about the process can be sent to clerk@hamilton.ca or call 905-546-4408.